What's up, guys? Big Jump Gaming here, and today I have a review of the game Runes of Magic. Okay, so basically this is going to show you what it is. So there's a human and an elf, and there's a bunch of customizable stuff about it. So then in human there's a warrior, which is basically your basic warrior. So scout is your archer. Um, yeah, pretty much. Rogue, it's pretty much your assassin, like combo attacks. Mage is your spellcaster. Priest heals people, and Knight is basically like a warrior, but it can buff itself up, help the team. It's pretty much like a team support player. It can also heal a bit at later levels. The elf has pretty much everything the same as the human, but it also, instead of the priest and knight, it has the warden and the druid, which is basically the same thing as in WoW if you played it. Overall, this game is pretty much a WoW clone, which is a good thing and a bad thing because WoW is a great game, but it pretty much copied most of it. Graphics are similar, classes are similar. You can see, it's going to show you a great example. There's a bunch of customizability in this game. That's my name, I can't think tense, but you can customize a bunch of things like skin color. Hair color has pretty pinpoint hair colors, so there's hundreds of different of customizable things about yourself. So that's the reason I really like this game. One of the reasons. And you can pretty much change everything about your bodies. My head size, your breast size. It's breast is pretty much if you're a girl. I mean, it doesn't really do much if you're a guy. But chest, yeah, that changes it. I don't want to be a skinny bat. Yeah, look at that, the chest. So if you're looking for a game that's a WoW clone, this game is pretty. This game is free, by the way. I'll put a download link in the. I'll put a link to the game's website in the description. One complaint about this game, I'll say right off, is it takes hours to download. I have a pretty damn fast connection, Comcast, Xfinity, whatever the fuck it is, but yeah, it took me like 4 or 5 hours. Luckily, they've updated it recently, and it's works on an installer now, so it's not as slow. But yeah, it still takes quite a bit. Yeah. So in the beginning, you'll be asked for a tutorial. This is my knight, by the way. This is the loading screen. It has a bunch of pictures with tips on it. Anyway, the tutorial you pretty much should do it because it gives you a free reward and it gives you a mount for a day. And also it gives you a blessing that increases your stats for like 2 days. I don't know, but basically the tutorial is pretty much a quest. So yeah, it's a pretty easy quest to be honest. You don't really have to do anything. You actually have people that help you do it. If you don't do anything, you still complete the quest. So yeah. Anyway, I want to talk about one thing is the skills in this game. On the bottom right, you can see my skill panel. That's what I call it. But I have 4 skills to start off by default. So Knight, pretty much the basic way it does damage is through a sword, just like a warrior. It's not as strong as a warrior, but it can wear pretty heavy armor. And basically, what it does is it does holy damage. I think it's called a light sheet. Okay, I forgot what it is. But basically, you no, forgot. But basically, you put something on the on the enemy, and you can use skills to activate that thing. I'll tell you what it is once I see it, but I sort of forgot. Light light seal. Yes, that's what it's called. Light seal. So basically, and a main way of the knight doing damage is through putting light seals on the enemy, and then using skills to either buff the knight up through the use of the light seals on the enemy, or do damage to the enemy through the use of the light seals. So light seals are you pretty much want to get a lot of skills with that have to deal with light seals. I played this game a long time ago. I just got back into it. If you look on my alternate channel, I have some gameplay up on it already. But basically, I had like a level 20 something scout slash rogue. But I can't, like, I forgot the password and everything, and I don't even know what email I linked it to. And when I finally figured it out, I don't know my secondary password, so I'm kind of fucked on that. But regardless, what I want to talk about is the dual class system. So basically, once you reach level 10, as you can see, I leveled up. I'm level 2 already, but once you reach level 10, you can have a secondary class. So this is what makes the game extremely fun. There's endless possibilities. I mean, you can make a really supportive team player by putting a knight priest or a priest knight. You can make a buffed up warrior by putting a knight warrior / warrior knight. The thing is, if you have your secondary class, let's say you're a knight / warrior, you can use some basic warrior skills. However, you cannot use some of the major skills that warriors use. And you can also wield some of the armor that warriors use, but yeah, you can't really do everything in your second class. So as you can see, I'm just running some quests in the beginning. I think I get to like level 4 by the end of this, so that's pretty good. By the way, the mount I'm riding, you have to buy it like with actual money, but in the beginning, you get a 1-day mount. You can look on the top right next to the mini map. You can see the buffs thing. That's where your buffs and stuff appear, and if an enemy casts a spell that sort of degrades you, you can see that's where it is too. Yeah, I'm just killing some fungi over here to, what is it? Oh yeah, to finish my quest. But so my level 25 that I lost, it's a scout / rogue. So a scout is an archer, a rogue is a pretty much an assassin. Now, the reason I like scout / rogue is because basically it's a long range fighter. Scout does huge damage on a one-on-one situation. So basically, a scout / rogue destroys people one-on-one. One-on-one only, though, because if you come up against multiple enemies, you're not going to survive as much as something like a warrior priest, but it's still possible, so do not worry. Yeah, there's no combination that's really bad, but knight priest is a great combination, but they take up from the same source. They take up energy from the same source. For instance, warriors don't use normal mana. Warriors use rage, just like in other games. But warriors, like if you played Guild Wars, warriors use adrenaline. Warriors use rage. Basically, they build up their mana as they attack people. But priests, knights, they use mana. So if you're gonna make like a priest and knight, they're both gonna, eat up energy from the same source. But if you have like a warrior priest and you use skills from both of them, they're gonna have 2 different energy sources, so you're gonna be more manageable. Now, as you can see here, I'm upgrading some of my skills. By the way, if you're starting off, do not do what I'm doing. Do not just upgrade every skill, because some skills suck. I'm just doing it for the purpose of this video, but because I'm going to delete this character after anyway, but most of the skills I upgraded, they pretty much suck. So I would not recommend doing that. But, yeah. So, basically when you kill an enemy, not only do you get EXP, you also get TP, which is talent points. Now, you can use these talent points to level up your skills. So, yeah, you can also get talent points from a lot of quests, which is really cool. So, yeah. The one thing about this game is, in the beginning, it's a load of quests. But once you get to higher levels, it's going to be a lot of grinding. But it's definitely quite fun. If you want to get the most out of this game, I suggest joining a guild that's really good. Most people in this game are quite nice. Like when I started off, I was a newbie, and my guild that was really nice, which had a really great castle and was really great at PvP, accepted me. If you're in a guild, you can do things such as Siege Wars, which is really fun. Basically a guild versus guild battle. And if you win those, you can get huge rewards. So, joining a guild will pretty much only benefit you. Unless it's a shit guild. Well, even if it's a shit guild, it gives you some benefits. So I'd recommend joining a guild. It's my one tip. And another tip to get good at this game, definitely before you even start, think about what combination you're going to use. Like Scout Rogue, Scout Priest. There's a bunch of different combinations. But look it up on other people's recommendations. And definitely pick out what you're going to do. Because it's hard to change at the last minute. Although it's possible. Anyway, guys, this video is wrapping up. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you liked it. And also, I'll be bringing you reviews of more games as well as more on this game. It's a great game, and tell me if you guys want more gameplay on this. So, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, this is Big Junk Gaming signing out. So, peace.